Polish Romanticism was heavily influenced by European Romanticism. European and Polish Romanticism both featured acceptance of exalted emotions, power of imagination, and freedom of creativity. Polish Romantics also expressed these ideals and feelings through their works in many forms, including music, literature, and even the art of dancing. However, what made Polish Romantics stand out was their essential purpose. Romantics helped uplift the people intellectually and emotionally, which helped transform not only political but social norms. They were considered heroes for this because they were collectively raising society. The Polish, though, had more to overcome. Polish Romantics were elevating their people while trying to keep culture and traditions alive as well as their own country. Poland was undergoing a partition. Poland was divided by three countries, Russia, Austria, and Prussia. This resulted with Poland no longer being on the map because of its lack of population. Polish people were then under one of the three countries' sovereign rule. Polish people were transitioning from the past norms that were adopted from the failed Age of Enlightenment, but also then needed to revitalize their traditions and country. Polish Romantics are especially classified as heroes because they took the role of advocating for their country, aiding their people, and still trying to continue past Polish legacies. Many Polish writers made sure to involve the context of their country as a form of expression and disapproval. Famous writers during the Polish Romanticism period were Adam Mickiewicz, Cyril Goswinski, Thomas Zen, and Morrissey Mochnacki. The literary aspect of Polish Romanticism had two distinct periods. In the second period, many Polish Romantics were writing in exile. Many were banished by the occupying countries because of their anti-subservient ideas. Many of these writers promoted for the resurgence of their country in their work and were considered controversial and threats of the state due to this. Many of these Polish writers were never able to return home again, even though they fought hard for their country and were longing for it. Their works implemented the struggle of their lost country and illuminated the struggle of Polish people in the fight for Poland's revival. A famous example of this is Adam Mickiewicz's Pan Tadeusz. Adam Mickiewicz was a Polish poet and political activist. He was a staple figure in the Polish Romanticism and prominent figure for Romanticism as a whole. Mickiewicz was active in the fight for his country's independence. Mickiewicz was a member of the Filomats, a secret society trying to save a country. After they investigated him, the occupying country, Russia, banished him to Central Russia. Mickiewicz escaped the Russian Empire and lived the rest of his life in exile, never returning home again. In his writing, Mickiewicz conveyed how he was longing to return and his desperation for his homeland. During this time, he wrote Pan Tadeusz. Pan Tadeusz is considered the national epic of Poland. Pan Tadeusz is a prime example of the societal aspect affecting literature. Pan Tadeusz tells a feud between two noble families during the time of the Franco-Russian War. It began with a song of the national anthem. From hearing the cultural context, it is quite sad. The national anthem not only shows Mickiewicz's country nationalism and pride, but his longing for his country's revival and to be home again. Pan Tadeusz even highlights the drawback and contemplation of whether to join Napoleon's invasion of Russia. They eventually do join in hopes that they will regain their independence, which ultimately fails. However, Pan Tadeusz ends with the reconciliation of the two families and unity. They demonstrate this with the dance at the end. They dance Polonaise to demonstrate this unification. Polonaise was a ceremonial dance that would open courts and royal functions, but was also said to have been a warrior's triumphal dance once. The use of Polonaise was to show the families being unified and their triumph over their past conflict. This unity demonstrates no matter whatever issue unfolds, the Polish people will still come together united as a front. Through works like this, Polish Romantics revived their former traditions. Many Polish authors had work consisting of a dramatized story while relaying the events of Polish history. They have combined fact and fiction to demonstrate what Poland was undergoing. This combination was powerful and effective. After a surge of different art forms like this, the world was never the same. Polish Romanticism was so unique because, unlike regular Romanticism, it told a story of true loss but also love. This yin and yang with the tragedy of their country, but the love for each other and their country was serene. The great Polish writers used their writing to express their feelings on their nation's tragedy, but also the love they cherished for their nation. This expression has been adopted in many instances and is now instilled in our society. Polonaise or Polonaise has been adopted by many countries and is still seen in many arts today. Initially, Polonaise originated in Poland. It began to grow popularity all around Europe. After Polonaise gained its popularity, it was introduced into French courts. They revised the dance to a 3 out of 4 meter, which is now the dance used in classical ballet. Polonaise has been showcased in popular ballets such as Swan Lake and Sleeping Beauty. Polonaise has also been classified as a professional dance. Romanticism is still used in current day society. Romanticism is the reason for the expression of nature and its value in literature. Romanticism has allowed for acceptance of expression, whether it is for their ideas or emotions, especially pertaining to their society. Romantics have even inspired creativity because Romanticism gave the freedom to do and feel. Romanticism has even fueled nationalism and gave people national pride. Romantics also inspired the surge of local folklore, which keeps so much of their past alive. All in all, Polish Romanticism has had a huge impact. Romantics shaped the world by introducing the acceptance of nature, individuals, creativity, folklore, and more. Polish Romantics were able to keep their country alive and fuel Polish people's spirits. Poland's Romantic period has demonstrated how people can be united through different forms, such as literature, music, and dance. Polish Romantics are truly heroes because they did everything in their power to keep their country afloat, and this devotion won't go unnoticed. Polish Romantics have demonstrated true love because even in exile, they supported their country and people, kept traditions alive, kept people's spirits high, and fought to defeat former social barriers.